Hi Taurus, welcome to Leo season and welcome to your August 2019 reading. So my Taurian peeps, my Taurian peoples, what is going to happen for you guys this month? Well, it is time for freedom in all ways, in all shapes, and all sizes. It is time for liberation. It is time for individuality. It is time for all of those things in really big ways. First card out, the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Tower, the Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. So, there's something that we're holding on to. There's something that we are clinging to. There's something that we do not want to let go of. It could be kind of like a secret or a feeling. Some of you could feel stuck. You have this like challenge, this like uproar going on inside of you that's like, we need to break free. But the rules, right? The rules. We gotta work hard to get what we want, blah, 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 blah. Interesting. You could find yourself being a little bit immature this month, or even dealing with immature people, because Uranus can kind of like bring that, because it's like you need this release. You need, like, you've been holding on so tight, and then next thing you know, the ground gets shaken out from underneath of you. Some of you could be involved with an air or water sign. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's a need for individuality. There's a need to be yourself and to stop trying to fight to be someone you're not. You know? There's just this need to be the authentic self, like in Leo season, you know what I mean? That Five of Wands is like the drama of it all. Five of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. So if you've been and the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus. You may just like rise up and say some shit this month when it comes to like job, work, family, social life, and it could put you in a challenging situation. But you'll feel free, you know? Some of you could have two different knights in the picture, or this could be the same person, basically, earth or water. They could be emotional, very like almost dreamy, but also very stable. Or this may be a choice. Do you want to choose in being your authentic self, or do you want to choose in... Because the Knight of Pentacles is loyal. He will do whatever the King wants. The Knight of Cups follows his heart. You know what I mean? That's the difference between these two. The Knight of Pentacles is a hard worker. He'll probably, you know, work hard his whole life for someone else. The Knight of Cups follows his passion, follows his heart. There's a certain freedom in causing a ruckus. Some of you could be keeping a secret to avoid causing a ruckus, or could be keeping something to yourselves to avoid causing a ruckus. It's going to happen anyway. Some of you could be keeping a job that is making you unhappy. But the Queen of Swords invites you to speak your truth, to tell it like it is, to be direct, to use the sword of truth to cut through your issues. Uranus is in your sign and it's going retrograde this month, Taurus, which means that you guys are going to really start experiencing this Aquarian energy, this need to break free, this need to express yourself, this need to stop feeling trapped. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn as well. Romantically or emotionally in some way. You are resentful that you cannot shine. Wow, this is very, very interesting. So, you are resentful that you cannot shine properly. And how do you really illuminate things? Well, you take the darkness that the moon illuminates, and then you take the light that the sun gives us, and you mix them both together. Some of you may be dealing with issues of pride. You mix them both together and you create something beautiful. But there's a work situation, a social situation, a relationship, whatever, that has you feeling trapped. And until you take care of that resentment that you have, it's just going to be a feeling. It's just going to be a want. I want to express myself. Do you? Well, how far are you willing to go for it? Now, I'm not necessarily saying to like quit your job or anything like that. You should be an adult if you're watching this. Like, that is completely your decision, Taurus. I'm just telling you that Uranus is the planet. It's in your sign. It's the planet that's going to shake things up in order to free you, in order to liberate you. It may cause chaos. It may cause disruption. It may cause drama. You may be doing things that you never thought you would do. But it's ultimately putting you on a path where you can express yourself more authentically, where you can feel free, and where you can be yourself, you know, and just not be in a situation in which you feel like you have to conform or you feel like you're trapped, etc., etc. So this Page of Cups is asking you right here, you know, do you want this cup? I can give it to you. I can show you how to express yourself. But you're fighting it. Now, whichever path you take, whether you hold on to those pinnacles for dear life, or whether you follow your intuition, follow that gut feeling, there's going to be drama, and you know it. There's going to be uproar. There may be a little chaos, you know? And there may be challenges. But it also looks like you may have help. Because when you start living an authentic life, when you start being true to yourself and to who you are, the right people start coming into your life, and you're like, wow, everything just starts falling into place, basically. So I'm going to show you guys your cards while I go over your notes very quickly, your astrology notes. So the Leo new moon happening Wednesday, hopefully you're seeing this before then, but the Leo new moon that happens on the 31st is going to be in a place for you that involves family. This could be an emotional release of drama, of any uproar involving the family, any issues that you've had involving the family or the home life. But you could also feel bored. You could feel these like urges, you know what I mean? This need for excitement in your home or in your family or in your relationships, or just in your life in general. You could also be experiencing over the next week or two like family activities, events. Some of you may even be like moving or like planning to move or something. You may be spending more time at home, working on your comfort zones, and this need to express your individuality and your freedom. So while you're working on your comfort zones, I feel like you're working on them because Uranus is shaking things up to where your old comfort zones aren't so comfortable anymore. And there's this need to do something different, you know? And you may find that when Uranus goes retrograde in the middle of August, then nothing feels comfortable. It may feel like you don't have like a steady ground to stand on. Things could feel a little unstable, and Taurus does not like that. You know what I mean? So that's why these 2 nights here, like, are you going to choose the more stable and the safe path, or are you going to express yourself emotionally the way you feel like you need to, which will eventually lead to another stable and safe path, but one that is more authentic to you, Taurus? Mercury is going to go direct, so this is happening for you in a place that involves communication, technology, the mind. So there could have been a lot of miscommunications, delays, technology issues, just like weird conversations or misled conversations, like issues with siblings, neighbors, your community, learning project, test if you're in school, meetings, family things, all of that. But all of that stuff that's been kind of like all haywire starts to kind of balance out once Mercury goes direct, which is on the same day as the Leo new moon. So yeah, things start kind of coming back together. You may get answers on things that you've been waiting on, or messages that were delayed or that you've been kind of waiting on. Things may have broken down while Mercury was retrograding, and that may start kind of getting itself worked out. There may have been like confusion with like paperwork, details, contracts, whatever, but all of that stuff starts kind of getting worked out. You start getting the answers that you need with the Queen of Swords here, and you can start kind of working on whatever you were working on. But there's still this challenge with stability, with money, security, etc., or with the job. So anyways, you can kind of perfect the details, but with the 5 of Pentacles here, I mean, it's challenging, you know what I mean? Like, you could feel rushed or pushed or something along those lines, Taurus. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not like a horrific reading or a bad reading or a negative reading. I mean, I guess it would depend on your own perception for that, but it's a good reading. It's just, I mean, the 5 of Pentacles, yes, it's a challenging card. Yes, it's insecurity, it's loss of money or income, it's financial hits, whatever, but, or like feeling abandoned, you know, but it's not like a major arcana card. It's not like it's going to last for a long period of time, you know what I mean? Because then we end with the Knight of Pentacles, which means you're going to get back up on your horse. You're going to be fine. So, anyways, Jupiter direct happens. Jupiter goes direct on the 11th. And this is going to happen in a place for you that deals with, well, Jupiter has been retrograding basically in your 8th house, especially if you're a Taurus rising. This is your true 8th house. If you're a Taurus sun, you could have still seen these themes. But there's been possibly like delays in business stuff or financial resources or just regular resources, loans, your partner's money, payments that were due to you from other people, bills, taxes, debt. If there was any issues or delays with that, it'll get better. There may have been even issues with sex or basically changes, etc. But this has been happening to give you a higher understanding, for you to kind of go through a transformation, especially when it involves like your subconscious, psychology, occult or esoteric practices, spirituality. It's really trying to get you to understand certain things on a deeper level. Like the 8th house is basically like your trigger, so it's really, once it goes direct, I think everything will kind of you'll kind of come to understand, basically, and that happens on the 11th. And Jupiter brings good luck, so, you know, you may start getting good luck when it goes direct. Some money may finally come into you that you've been waiting for, you know what I mean, or that you've been working on something that you were going to put out there, and then finally money kind of comes back into you. So yeah, anyways, Uranus goes retrograde on the 11th as well, and this is in your first house, like I was saying, so this is in your sign, and it's going to be squaring everything that goes through the beginning of Leo. So this is going to bring some tension, you know, like with this new moon, you know, it's going to be kind of putting tension on you as a Taurus sun or rising, especially if your sun or rising are in the first like 10 degrees of Taurus, maybe even 15 degrees. But it's going to be putting this focus for you, like on what in your life you need to change, what needs to be changed. Where do you feel stuck? Where do you feel like you're not free? Where do you feel like you can't express yourself? You know what I mean? But once everything starts moving into Virgo towards the end of the month, I really think things will start panning out better for you, Taurus. I think things will really start kind of falling into place because Uranus will trine everything going into Virgo then. So it's like you get these new awakenings, you get this new clarity, you get these new realizations towards the end of the month. So we have the Aquarius full moon on the 15th. So I think this could be a huge release, a huge change or realization or possible ending when it comes to something to do with your public life. So your career, your reputation. It could also be like authority figures or goals or people, like social circles or groups of people. Any blocks or buildups of emotions regarding your public life, your reputation, even certain things to do with like social media or online. Like all of that may come to a head, basically, and you may like have to release it. So you may feel like you need to do or say something. It's kind of like your personal life versus your professional life, and that's kind of like what we see here. Like I was saying, you may feel like you need to say something, you know what I mean? Like you need to speak your truth. So, but yeah, it's basically about possibly rebelling or breaking free from a situation and not conforming. So then we have the Virgo new moon on the 30th. This is a huge step forward in what you love: projects, pleasure, fun, happiness, creativity. And here we have the Knight of Cups, which also deals with a lot of those things. So this could be some kind of creative project that you're working on, you know, or this could be two people, like I said, or it could be the same person. And they could be a very hard worker, very loyal, very grounded, but also like romantic, you know what I mean? Let me know down below. I'm really anxious to hear. I'm really anxious to hear if you guys know who this person or these people are in your life. So I hope that was helpful to you guys, Taurus. I love you guys, and I'm wishing you guys a good month. I really don't think it's going to be like bad, you know. I think you're just in a position where it's like, okay, what do I want to do? Like, do I want to rebel? Do I want to go against the norm? Do I want to get a little cray-cray? Do I want to, you know, go against my comfort zone here or not? And I really think you do end up going through, like, getting out of your comfort zone from what it looks like. So good luck. Let me know how it works out. I love you guys. I will be uploading the extended bonus reading over on my Patreon. Also, I'm starting a soul alignment and spiritual transformation course over on Patreon as well. You can find out more about that on my website, tawnymichelleyt.com. You can also book a reading now on my website. Super easy, super quick, tawnymichelleyt.com. Also, for any Leo, Sun, Moons, or Risings, my readings right now are all $10 off, so definitely go check that out as well. But yeah, you can definitely go check out my Patreon if you want to see the extended bonus reading where I clarify all of this. I also do love readings, monthly love readings. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my other videos. Bye!